What's up, neighbors? Welcome back to my channel. I am Binny. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So glad to have you guys back here. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to use my Monday videos for motivation. So today will be a Motivation Monday video. It'll focus on weight loss, my dieting, so a little bit of a background. Before I got pregnant, I was let me start with this. I'm 5'7". I was 172 pounds when I got pregnant. At the time of birth, I was 242 pounds. After giving birth and maybe a couple weeks right before I came off maternity leave, I weighed in at 222 pounds. That is my heaviest that I've ever weighed. And I knew that when I did get pregnant that my body was going to go through some changes, which I do not regret at all. Now, what I do want to do is kind of get back to a healthier weight. For those that do know me, I just recently, back in March, donated a kidney to my sister. And one of the things that the doctor stressed to me was my health, to make sure that I stayed at a healthy weight. My diet was good, especially since now that my body is only functioning with one kidney. And that's a whole nother story. Maybe I'll do a story with my sister on being a kidney donor and a kidney recipient. Let me know in the comments below. So when I first started on my weight loss journey at 222 pounds, I knew that I needed a diet where, to me, this is my personal opinion, the food was going to be filling. The food was going to be good. I'm not a salad girl. I'm gonna tell you this right now, especially after having my baby. I have an opposition to vegetables. Not all, I try and be responsible and I eat my vegetables at least daily, but the way I used to love vegetables before I got pregnant, I was vegetarian for almost 2 years, or maybe even over 2 years. I'm not that girl anymore, okay? So I did my research, and of course, I had to jump on the trend, and I went with the keto diet. So I should have done more research, because when I started with the keto diet, I did keto and intermittent fasting. I hit the gas, went all the way in. I didn't wait till a Monday. I started the next day, and at the time I was breastfeeding. My milk supply tanked. So this is a forewarning. If you are a breastfeeding mama, be careful on the keto diet, because the cut in your calories, the cut in your carbs can definitely have an effect on your breast milk. Fast forward, after I stopped breastfeeding, I again hit the gas on the keto diet. I joined a boot camp class, and I dropped, and I did a few Chloe Ting challenges. So I dropped down to 206. And I hovered at 206 for a while. Life got busy. My baby had her first birthday. So now you can see kind of like the time frame from the time I got off maternity leave. I really didn't hit kind of my first, weight loss goal was to get really almost to 200 pounds until around her first birthday, which was in October. Then the holidays hit. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then I kind of just got lost, because right after Christmas, I had to prepare for this kidney transplant. So I just knew that mentally I was not ready. And then of course, after my kidney donation in March, boom, we got hit with COVID. So we're at home snacking, I'm cooking, sitting on my butt, and listen, sis. Thankfully though, being at home, I was able to take my baby out on walks and stuff like that. So I am currently sitting at 202 pounds. And the reason why I want to be totally transparent with you guys and be open on my channel is because I've had accountability partners. I've been in fitness groups, and no matter what, I'm human. You know, I make mistakes, but I feel that sharing this journey with you guys, and there's so many other people on YouTube on this weight loss journey, and it offers me so much motivation that this will help me stay accountable, and being able to bring to you guys what I eat in a week will help me track and stay consistent with my meals. So I want to say this: for me to be most successful on a diet, I have to keep things simple, which means that I have a lot of repeat meals, which you will see. My go-to meal is a sausage, egg, and cheese, or a turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich. And I'll show you some of the products that I use through this video. That way, when we get into the video and into the content, you can focus on the actual meals and the macros and stuff like that. So let's start with the bread, because sis, I know there's a lot of people out there that giving up bread is like giving up cigarettes. Giving up bread is like trying to kick a real drug habit, okay? But this bread that I found at Aldi, so I've tried other bread companies where you're paying like almost $10 for a loaf of low carb bread, and then the bread tastes like styrofoam. Come on now. I saw a few YouTubers had this bread, and a few are there what they eat in a day or what they eat in a week. And it is the, sorry about this little sticker, but the 0 net carbs wheat bread. And I also have the rye bread from Lovin' Fresh. And this is a brand sold at Aldi's. I believe the bread was about $3 for a loaf. I bought 2 loaves. There are 5 grams of protein and 9 grams of fiber per serving. There are 0 net carbs. So when you're calculating net carbs, you take your total carbohydrate minus your fiber. Each slice of bread is 40 calories. 40 calories. I'm gonna just sit this right on over here. Okay? And this bread, it may not taste like your regular Martin's bread or your what's another brand, the artisan breads that you get from the regular grocery store. But when I tell you, baby, this is like the closest thing you can get to bread and it not have any carbs. Okay, try it out, you'll thank me later. So when I do my sandwiches, I put a little butter in a pan, sop them up with them pieces of bread, and then I toast them on both sides, melt the cheese. Come on, all right? Next thing I want to show you, in one of my meals, we did a quesadilla, a chicken, shrimp, and spinach quesadilla. I weigh out all of my proteins, all of my ingredients, and I picked up these Mission Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. Now these are the large tortillas for like the burrito size, and they are 5 net carbs each. There are 30 total carbs with 25 grams of fiber, which means there are only 5 net carbs per tortilla. Now they come in different sizes. I typically use these for like when we do quesadillas, and if I do make a quesadilla with this, I will usually split it with my baby. So I'll cut it in 3 triangles and give her 1/3, and I will have 2/3 of it, just because they're huge and it's very, very filling, especially once you pack it full of healthy proteins, vegetables, and some healthy fats. So that's another great buy, and I got this from Walmart, I think. You can find it at pretty much all of your local grocery stores. That's definitely a great buy. They have them in like the small taco shells, the fajita size tortillas. Make sure you guys pick those up. And these, you cannot tell a difference when it comes to taste from a regular wrap. Last but not least, I want to show you guys the pasta that I used in my Sunday's meal. So Sunday we made Rasta pasta. If you guys are interested in that recipe, it will be up soon. If not this week, it'll be the early part of next week. So I ordered these from a company. They are fettuccine noodles, and they're from the Great Low Carb Bread Company. They are low carb, and each serving size has 7 grams of carbs in it, and a serving size is 2 ounces. This is what they look like. So I will say, last night was my first time trying these out. They do not taste like regular pasta. They do not taste like regular pasta, nor do they have the consistency of regular pasta. They remind me more of like a gluten-free pasta, if that makes any sense. But if you're talking about, if you don't eat pasta every day and you may only have it once to twice a week, this is an awesome alternative. It'll give you that feel that you're eating pasta without the guilt. And I believe that bag of pasta was like $7.99, which is not bad considering that there are 4 servings in that container. And honestly, I'm probably gonna have it again tonight with the rest of our Rasta pasta. I will not even do a full serving because that 2 ounces was a lot. So I will probably do maybe like an ounce and a half. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to click on my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family, especially the ones you don't have to be losing your baby weight. It could just be you want to drop 10 pounds, you got a trip coming up, a COVID trip. I hope it's, you know, some social distancing in there. Or you might just want to, you know, get snapped. Or you may want to drop a few pounds before these holiday pounds come. That way you can kind of just bounce back to your natural weight. Check out my video. This video, I didn't take takes of every single meal, but I probably have 90% of my meals photographed and like little video clips and stuff in this video. But I think for next week, we're going to do something a little different where I actually get on, talk to you guys a little bit about my day, and then I will actually do video clips so you guys can see my food in depth. And I mean, like, I'll pick up the bread, I'll go into depth with the condiments and stuff I use. I pretty much put hot sauce on everything. But I also have a sugar-free barbecue sauce and a sugar-free ketchup. We use mustard, mayonnaise. So I'll go a little more in depth with next week's video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks again. And without further ado, welcome to my block. The only equipment that I needed for my shake was my magic bullet and a scale. I started off with some cold brew coffee. As you can see, we did 8 ounces of cold brew coffee. Next, I added in my vanilla unsweetened almond milk, 2 ounces, followed by 1 ounce of heavy whipping cream. One serving size of the keto meal by Keto Logic is 44 grams. So I'm going to switch my scale unit from ounces to gram and measure out 44. It doesn't do decimal, so I'm just going to go at 44 grams so I can get an accurate measurement as opposed to 2 scoops. At this point, I realized that I have left out my MCT oil, so I'm going to zero out my scale, change it back to ounces, and add 2 ounces of MCT oil. I have trouble getting enough fat in during the day, so I'm going to utilize this meal replacement shake to bulk up on my fat for the day. So I decided to add my shake to a mason jar, and I'm going to top it with a little bit of whipped cream. For my lunch, I had 1 hot dog with 1.5 ounces of cheese, mustard, and sugar-free ketchup. For dinner, I had a chicken shrimp with spinach and cheese quesadilla. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, I use Carb Manager, which is an app on my phone, to track my macros for the day. Tuesday morning was a light breakfast for me, 3.5 slices of turkey bacon, and my coffee minus the whipped cream. For lunch, I had a sausage, egg, and cheese on a zero-net carb bread from Aldi's. Because I had a heavy lunch, I had a light dinner with my meal replacement shake minus the whipped cream this time. And here are my macros for the day. We are trying something new for Wednesday's breakfast. To my toast, I added 3 grams of unsalted butter and 1/4 of a serving of the Philadelphia honey pecan cream cheese spread. There's a total of 6 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoons, so I use 1/2 of 1 tablespoon between 2 pieces of bread. For dinner, we ended up cooking out, making turkey burgers and beef sausages. I do apologize that I don't have a picture of my meal, but I was exhausted. Here are the macros. This app also calculates your exercising in. I took my baby for a walk in her stroller for 30 minutes and it subtracted the calories. We're having a repeat meal for Thursday's breakfast and leftovers for dinner. I ended up having 3 fresh strawberries as my dessert after dinner. I ended up skipping breakfast on Friday and having Chipotle for lunch. It's hard to calculate your macros in Carb Manager for Chipotle, so I went directly to Chipotle's website where it allows you to build your actual meal and it'll give you your macros at the end. Here's another repeat for dinner. Don't forget these macros are only from dinner, and the macros from the Chipotle were calculated on their website. Saturday morning I had coffee for breakfast, and then I packed up a repeat meal for a picnic in the park. To be totally transparent, that was the only meal I had that day because after the picnic we went to Pelicans and my snowball was not sugar-free. I didn't bother tracking it in my macros because there's no way to know how much syrup was actually placed in your snowball. And we've made it to Sunday with another repeat meal for lunch, and I had coffee for breakfast. For dinner, we had Rasta pasta. If you're interested in this recipe, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell. The video is coming soon.